What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Stirfry. It's your boy, Chef T.
I'm Will the Spacekid.
Byrd the Voice, in case you ain't heard the voice. We here.
Yes, sir. Byrd the Voice in the building. You know what it is. Rapper, entertainer. How you doing today?
I'm feeling good. I'm excited to be here. I ain't gonna cap.
Yeah,
I'm gonna watch it on YouTube. I'm happy to get my turn.
For sure.
Yeah, we're happy to see you, man. I know we've talked, but I never actually got to meet you till today.
Right.
So it's always a cool experience. Heard the legendariness that is Byrd the Voice.
Me and him was in the trenches together.
Oh yeah, I heard many stories.
Yeah, man.
From Will to Roscoe to all that stuff.
Yeah.
Man, so how are you doing today? Are you doing good?
I'm doing good, man. It's good to be in Cleveland. Just to get away from the day-to-day grind. Just
Got you.
Yeah, back here visiting family and just reconnecting. Always seeing all your boys and stuff that are here. Awesome. So I really want to talk to you about your story, about what you've been through, how you got to the point you have today. So I want to know about how you got started in music. How did that all start?
So it started when I was a kid. Just the little in the lunchroom, boom, boom, boom. People freestyle. Some people did the grind. Remember the grind beat? The grind
beat was. I think that was just universal.
That was universal, no matter what city you was in. And some people did the beats, and some people rapped over it. And I couldn't do the beats like sweet, so I would rap. And then the attention you would get from it, kind of like, you're like, oh, people like that? I'm gonna do that more. And then then you start like perfecting it and actually doing it more. And then I realized that people liked it. I don't think that the career aspect came until I hit high school. So like, we was like, oh, I can make a career out of this.
So this was in middle school you were starting to...
Yeah, like 7th, 8th grade lunch table.
Yeah, you were just starting to like little freestyle here and there,
boom,
do a
boom,
little
boom.
beat, boom.
And people was messing with it. People give you chips to freestyle, like rap. Like, no, I don't feel like it today. Here's some chips. Oh, bet, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
So when we got to high school, though, it was different. I went to South High, and our band teacher was cool as heck.
You went to South? Will it be South?
No, South. I'm from Columbus.
Oh, dude. So, I was like, damn, South. That was north.
So South High in Columbus, we had a cool band teacher who would he let us transition the band room, one of the band rooms in the band room, into a studio. My dude DY set up a studio, and all the kids that could rap eventually got told by somebody during lunch to come to this room.
Okay.
So my whole junior and senior year, I never ate lunch in the lunch room. I ate lunch in the band room.
Okay.
Oh, that's dope.
Because we would just be recording. And then lunch would kind of turn into free period. We wouldn't go to the free period.
Yeah.
We would skip gym. We would skip art. Next thing you know, the whole half of the day, we in the band room making raps. Now, I went to class, but when I got an A in there, I would just be like, if I got an A, I'm passing my classes. I'm not going. I'm going to the studio.
Right.
And then he would print them out on CDs, and we would give them to the people in the
oh, that's crazy.
In the high school. So then we was buzzing. In the high school, and then it was like, oh, they can rap. We was known for rapping. And I'm like, dang, we can really do this. And then I took the CD that me and my cousin Ivan made. So me and my cousin Ivan, I'm like, if we go record at a regular studio outside the band room, at a regular studio, we can make a CD and sell them. And I sold them to everybody in my neighborhood. Some people didn't even like, and I was trash back then. I'm not gonna cap. I was trash. But they just saw a kid trying to make money and sell his rap. And
it's dope.
I made $200 off that mixtape. I was like, oh yeah, this it.
Would you sell them for 3, 5?
5.
5, okay.
And some people, some of the old ladies would be like, I don't want the rap, young man, but here's $5. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, oh yeah, we can hustle this thing up.
So yeah, you had that nature since the beginning.
Yeah.
And so your band, so he was a band teacher.
He was a band teacher.
So did you think without him, do you think that would be your career path today if he didn't help cultivate you guys into making this?
I wouldn't say that he cultivated us.
Okay.
I would say he gave us the space. If I owe anybody anything as far as high school goes when it comes to the band room, it was DY, Terrence Lofton. He had the laptop, had the mic. He took the initiative to set it all up, learn the program.
Oh, okay. So the band teacher or whatever was just
he just let us have a room. Yeah, he's like, y'all have a room. Y'all want to do that rapidy rap? Y'all go in this room.
Okay.
But DY is the reason that we all started getting invited. So he was just doing it. It was him and this guy named Zeus, David James, and they was in there kind of doing it. And then DY would go to the lunchroom and he pulled me, he pulled Asia, he pulled this guy named Ace, Robbie Red, R.I.P. And we all started rapping in there. Aisia, people that would sing. So DY, I don't know if people want to give him that credit, but DY is the reason that we all came into that band room and started recording. If it wasn't for him in the studio setup, we wouldn't have, nobody else knew how to record.
Yeah.
And he took the initiative to set it up. So it really, on DY, it would be a different path probably.
That's awesome. I mean, that's awesome just to find a bunch of people together that want to do the similar thing, and then at school. Like, usually people are like, oh, I can't wait to get out of school and go home, record, go home, right? And, like, you guys link up afterwards. But you're like, fuck that, we got a room.
Now.
Yeah, we got our makeshift studio in there.
And
that's awesome.
It had the padding in it, too.
Oh,
because it's a band room for like clarinet or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
I didn't even think about that.
Sound
so it had
travel,
the little squares that like bounce off, and we was in there recording hits, bangers. And then
I want to hear that CD, man.
Bro, that CD. I don't know if my mom. Well, DY has a lot of the old songs from those sessions.
Might be epic.
Keep them locked up, DY. Don't show nobody them songs. I was trash. Also, me and my cousin Ivan did one. That was DY put that brainchild in us. And then me and my cousin made one at the Remix Live studio after I seen that we could do that. We made one. That CD is by his mom and my mom. My Aunt Tish and my mom. They have that. That, it will never see the light of day. If I have anything to say with you. I think that like it started to develop kind of when like me, Roscoe, Will, and them, it was that's what changed the game for me for like, oh, we can really like do this on a higher level.
That was high school, and then you went to college. At
BGSU.
Yeah.
It was TEC. That was our group. It was me, Roscoe, Will, Jay Wells, Sid. If I'm missing somebody else, who else was rapping?
It was a lot of different.
It was a lot of people. And my idea for us was like, Bowling Green was like a little city. And this is like even my whole plan. It was like, if we can take over this campus of 20,000 people, we can go home and take over our city.
Yeah.
If you can go home and take over your city, you can take over your region. You take over your region, take over the nation. Type thing. So exactly. When we was like, people wanted to buy our shirts, they weren't even part of our group. Remember we had them TC shirts?
Yeah, definitely. So we sold a lot of merchandise. I mean, it was kind of like anything we did or just even thought of, people showed up, people showed love, people respected what was going on.
We got video on YouTube to this day, the first concert that we threw.
And
we had the whole Howard's packed. And it was like, I was thinking like, one thing I do recognize is the power of team and the power of unit. Because like what we would do is whenever somebody dropped something, whenever somebody was doing something, we was all like just there. So like we had the TEC shirts, but then he dropped the Wood of Spacekid shirts. So everybody rocking the Wood of Spacekid shirts. And then everybody's like, well, I need one of them shirts because everybody got them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Type thing. So
we was just spirals, yeah.
We do parties, but we all move like together. So it was like, this is what we doing. Everybody go. And we took over to college, but like we was big in college, like for that little, not like big, but like big for like we were the musicians in the school, and it was like everybody knew that. So when I seen that, I'm like, okay, whatever we doing here, we got to transfer it to our cities. But the big thing that me and Will talked about more so was like people are followers.
Yeah.
So like if it feel like everybody else is doing it, everybody else will do it.
Right.
And that was the biggest concept that I understood in college. I learned in college, and I think that when I figured that out, I remember coming to, was it behind Falcon Heights or was it at the education building where I was like, we got to save this money?
That was, I want to say behind Falcon Heights.
Okay, so then we dropped nothing personal. That's when things changed. Like, changed for, like, the better. But that was literally me and him. Like.
Yeah.
So, you want to tell the story or you want me to tell the story?
You tell the story.
All right, so another personal was what kind of, like, got me clout in a sense. Like that was like my first video that did like 100,000, and it did 500,000 on SoundCloud first.
Yeah, it was banging.
So what happened was I'm taking all this information at us as young college kids, me, him, Roscoe, Sid, everybody. I'm realizing that if everybody sees something on their timeline, whether it be a flyer for our party, a mixtape, anything, if they see it, what we would do is we would get together at 3:00 on a Thursday, and all of us would be in there, and we would drop the flyer or drop this or drop that, and it would just flood the timeline. That's all you saw. Yeah. Not from one person though, but from different people.
Different people.
And then it felt like everybody was a part of it. And if you didn't know what was going on or you wasn't posting it, you weren't a part of it. So you felt like, let me post it because I know them and I'm gonna help them. And it just felt like it was like you can't get away from it, so you can't beat them, you join them. And that's when I learned like people are followers. They don't even gotta be good. It just gotta be we're a communal species. I have to be a part of what's going on.
Right, yeah, our constant need to like fit in and be a part of
something.
Group. Yeah. We always want to be a part of something, yeah.
So my concept was if we can make other people bigger than the university feel like they're the only ones that's not a part of it, they're going to want to be a part of it, it's going to snowball and but it's an illusion.
Right.
So it's like, how do I create this illusion that like everybody's talking about me at once? And me and him, we was at the call center for Sandal.
Yeah, the call center was crazy.
We was working at the call center. We had the what was it? We was just at the call center. We wasn't at the factory yet, were we?
No, we was just at the call center.
So we was at the call center, and I'm like, bro, I'm about to save up. How much I say? Like 5,000?
Yeah, 5,000 to go.
I'm like, I'm about to save up 5,000. But this dude, like, he was like a genius when it come to marketing. He was like, he knew everybody that was bubbling just before they hit that crazy price range, but they was bubbling with a fan base, and they was like just on the rise comedians and whatnot.
Yeah.
And he would always tell me like, man, he did this, he did that, or he did this. I'm like, okay, so Will knows what's going on the internet. I got a link with him. If I save up money, he could tell me how to spend it with these social media people. So we did a test run. It was nothing personal. I had dropped it. It had 200 plays on SoundCloud. I mean, it had been out for 2 weeks, 200 plays on SoundCloud. He was like, there's a dude up and coming in Cleveland. His name's Cornell. He's famous kind of in Cleveland. People see him. You know, he had like 100,000 followers. He was like, he does skits. If you get him to use your music, it's going to be like, it's going to go crazy.
Yeah.
So we did the 100. I gave him the 100. I put the SoundCloud link in my bio. He made a skit. It said artist, song, all the comments. What song is that? What song is that? What song is that? What song is that? Followers going up. I go back to that same 200 play song, and I look at it, and within a week, 7 days, I call Will like, bro, it's at 11,000. So that was the taste. Yeah. I was like, okay.
It can be done.
It can be done. Then I was like, okay, we got something. I'm gonna give him 1,000.
Let's keep it going.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I start paying him a little bit. Like, I gave him like 300, like to do 3 of them.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, bet. All this happened. I'm like, okay, Will, we on to something. I'm at like 50,000, 100,000 right now. People was like talking like, these is crazy numbers, Byrd. Like, what? Like, oh, you about to? So I'm like, Will, if I save up 5,000 and we do different people and we drop them at the same time. Granted, remember, this is the same concept we did for TEC. Yeah, how we got everything at the same time, but you need the capital. I'm like, if we get this money, can you guide me in the direction to get all the big people we need? He like, yeah. So he like, this is my dog. Like, he was on the phone like trying to figure out like who the people was that could promote it. We found Retro, we found Joe and the Scammer, we found You Funny Bee, we found Lean, we found all these little Instagram people. So we paid pretty much all of them.
Yeah.
To do something. I shot my video, and we had them all drop at the exact same day my video was dropping at the same time, 100K. And then what that does is increase your visibility.
Right.
And little did I know that the clout that I got from that was going to lead me to not ever have to work a job for like 3 years straight with Fresh Empire, because I started building connections. Next thing you know, my friend Wes Caver calls me like, man, you got 100,000. You need to be on the radio. Like, he's an alpha. The DJ, Marley, who went to BG, was also an alpha. He called him like, dude, there's a dude from your city who got 100,000 plays, bro. And he not on the radio. Next thing I know, Marley calls me. Come to the radio station, want to drop you live. What?
Wow, that's crazy.
But it's because of the visibility that we built.
It's crazy.
Right, yeah. So, yeah, how important is the market? Like, it sounds like it was all a marketing...
It's all it is. It's all everything is.
Right, because it's like you had the talent was there. Like, you could have made it, and you could have dropped it. And that could have been it.
And nothing would have happened.
Nothing would... Yeah, who knows? Yeah, it might have, maybe it wouldn't have.
Think about,
you know, but, like... Marketing is just so crazy.
It's everything, not
People
even just
think
like
about it.
Not with music. It's not just music. It's like everything. Like literally, if you want to be an entrepreneur, no matter what your dream is, if you don't know how to market it, it could go big though because the talent is there, or the cupcakes are so tasty that you just naturally word of mouth.
You're just relying on luck.
People spreading the word.
Yeah.
But like anything that you want to do, if you have the right marketing behind it and everybody sees it, it's like, okay, now I gotta be a part of it, and I'm learning to grasp that concept, and that's what's like taking it. So back to what you want to say.
I'll say like. Another thing to kind of take from that, marketing changes. So like at that time, a lot of those people, they didn't even know their worth or value on Instagram.
You saw that early.
So it was a lot of cheaper prices that they would probably never do right now.
Nope.
Now you're tagged.
And it's just, but at the same time, it's always a new platform or a new person that, you know, they just trying to get their ends, and you gotta hunt them down, figure it out.
And it's a sweet spot right before they pop. But right before, it's like right when everybody's eyes is on them, but right before they realize who they are. Like,
but they
Drewski,
haven't got that ego yet.
Yeah, so it was like Drewski.
Yeah.
There was a minute, like if you hired a Drewski like 5 to 6 months back, it was before this level Drewski. So like you could have got with him, but you still need money because they still know they gotta get paid something.
Yeah.
So
they still know they have clout, but they're like, my ego's not that big yet.
How do I monetize
Even
it?
when we look at
because that's the hardest part.
We was talking to Joanne the Scammer. Mm-hmm. Boom. After the launch, even like the same summer, I want to say whatever. He's on MTV.
He
was hosting the MTV Awards, but it's because we spoke to him at a soft spot.
Soft spot.
Like, okay, yo,
he was
He was the king of that. It's not easy to find those people. So he was looking at like a lot of people. It's hard to find that soft spot. Like, cause right now I'm like, I don't got something to the soft spot. I ain't just here with big bucks. Like, I'm not even about to play this game.
For real.
I'm gonna just save the big bucks and pay them what they want right now. Cause at this point, because also that also provided me an opportunity where, so back to the story though. This is where it gets interesting. The DJ calls me, boom. You gotta come play on the radio, so people are hear me in the city. And then that's how Fresh Empire, the marketing manager for Fresh Empire, who's my manager now, was looking for an influencer in Columbus. If we didn't hit that spot and wasn't all those people, it was all about visibility and marketing. So if I wasn't big enough to be seen, I wouldn't have been at the radio station. My friend wouldn't have called the radio station. The DJ wouldn't have had me. So when the DJ's talking to this marketing manager, he's like, Bird's bubbling. And then he links him with the Fresh Empire marketing manager.
So you got to tell the people like how big Fresh Empire is.
Like Fresh Empire is nationwide, like all over the country. You see the commercials, you hear them on the radio, you see the ads, billboards. They're huge.
Tobacco free.
Working with Lucci, the Rez,
they're
Diggy.
Period. Like Emmanuel Hudson hosted my first. Like, they're huge. Like, they're so big. Like, they're funded by the government.
Right.
So you got to think, the government says we're going to fund this organization. How much money is a government bag? It's retarded.
Well, they can make it.
Like
literally.
So literally, we was throwing parties for free.
Right.
And kids was coming out to see the people that they wanted to see. I was linked up with Diggy, King Combs,
major players.
Like, big people was coming to the city off the strength of Fresh Empire. But before they started sending them big people, me and Eric had to like figure out how to make it cool in the city, make it hot.
Right, because let's be honest, you're a high school kid, and you're like, oh, we can go see Diggy, whatever. But it's a smoke-free thing. They're trying to preach something good. We're like, I don't know about if I'm hip with that. I want to just go to the place. I want to go to the place where the club, or a place where I can just go crazy.
Yeah, but we made it a scene where it was like, if you was with us, you was the cool kid.
Yeah.
And we had enough of them. We had enough of like. First, we wasn't even looking for cool. We were looking for kids that was just comfortable being themselves and having fun. Yeah. We had like 100 of them. We had like I started promo teams. So I had like promo teams of like, each team had like 50 kids in the promo team, and these group threads in the messages, you combine them all, we had like 150 all over at different high schools all over the city. And they was running with us. And we like, when you come with us, you on the stage, you get to see the people, you can take pictures of the people. And even if it was just those 150 promo kids, the party was going to be lit, 150 people. So imagine we had flyers, so they would pass them out, post them. And I took the same concept we took from college and took it there. We all post at the same time. Yeah. And when it hit, it was like the whole city was like, what? And meanwhile, I'm on the flyer, the person's on the flyer, the party is jumping. And we had some kids that was just like straight dogs, like could dance, could rap. Like their talent made them cool. Like it was so raw. The energy was crazy. You wanted to be around them.
Yeah. We
had dance battles, rap battles, and then we brought Kid of the Great. He battled the kids. And meanwhile, I'm still promoting my music through all of that. So like everything is working cohesively.
Yes, you like so as performing, you'd also kind of like host them too, and like talk to these kids and like be involved. I'm like a lot of the kids like know me on a personal level. Like if they need me, they can call me. One of my kids, like, his tire went out. He called me, like he knew he can call me. I'm gonna come get you. I'm gonna fix the tire and we up. Like these are my little brothers. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of these turned into like siblings type. You know what I'm saying? So I had this personal bond with them, and we was taking over the city. Like it was just we was always on the radio. It was wild. It was a wild ride. How many kids like tried to link up for like a mentorship? Are there any like young rappers from the area that kind of took under your wing? Yeah, it was.
Dude, it lasted for 3 years. Right, so it was just
the opportunity, remember? So the when you were picking like a person each month. That was a big opportunity for people.
I forgot about that. So like I wanted to be like, this is our city. People gotta come through here to get on. Like we gotta push our own.
There's talent here.
We getting hyped when people come, but like we gotta be hyped for our own too. So I started the 6-1 forever. Like we all we got at the end of the day. So I would have like up and coming rappers that was from the city open for whoever was coming. And they would do their song, and like essentially they would send all their songs to the email, and I mean it would be like 1,000 songs coming through this email.
Oh yeah,
people trying to just perform because they knew the crowd. We was doing 500 every trip at minimum, and it was just like, okay, now I gotta listen to all these songs. So like I'm just going through, just finding these like diamonds in the rough that is just raw, and like it got to the point where the kids knew their words when they would come out and sing it, and then like the crowd, the lights would be on them, and it would be like you was actually at your own concert, and it was going crazy. Like, so a lot of kids came through and like built a name through there, like built a name through Fresh Empire. Yeah, it was crazy.
That's awesome because like your whole thing seems to be, let's stick here, let's put the roots in here, and then let's expand here. Let's make this place great.
Yeah.
Instead of trying to go, let's go to
Atlanta. Let's go to California.
Let's go nationwide. Let's just go on a big rollout and like, you know, but you're targeting people that you can relate to, that look up to you, that like can see what you're doing and it affects them. And you know, I know you go to a lot of schools too.
Yeah.
I see on that. Was that through Fresh Empire too? Like it was
kind of like, you gotta think like I became, what's the word I'm looking for? Synonymous with Fresh Empire.
Right.
So like the bigger Fresh Empire got, the bigger I got. So it was just like Fresh Empire, oh, that's Byrd. You know what I'm saying? So
specifically in Columbus, like you were like the representative almost of.
I was, and then we was going to different like cities. We went to Detroit to perform and host and do it because we was getting that big. Chicago,
awesome.
And so then after that we was like, okay, we're gonna start going to the kids at their school and talk to them. But that wasn't on behalf of Fresh Empire. But they knew when I came through.
Your kind of idea. That was
It was Eric. Me and Eric, we came to like, we need to go see these kids where they at, talk to them, let them know we out here. And that wasn't like, that was apart from Fresh Empire, like aside from Fresh Empire. But we went out there and they were just like, they just wanted to talk and get a shirt, and you know, cause people wanted the merchandise too, because they wanted to be like, even if they wasn't in Fresh Empire, if they had a shirt, you couldn't tell. You know what I'm saying? So they wanted to feel like they was part of Fresh Empire. And so we went to schools, was talking to kids. I started doing a $500 giveaway to like kids who might have been going to college or just senior year or whatever, and we would like go on live. People would like submit, they would repost it, like a song or something, and submit something to my email, and I was just like, I was randomly picking. So like we assigned every email a number, so we had like thousands of numbers in this jar, and we picked one out, and it had their address. They blah. We went live and we drove to their house. The first kid was sick because he was on my live watching me go to his house and he wasn't home.
Oh man,
yeah. He was like, "That's my dad. I'm not out." I'm like, "Bro, you not home?
What are you doing?"
Yeah. So he was the next person and she won.
Crazy.
It was like, cause you gotta think, giving a kid like $500, all hundreds. Like the first one I did all hundreds, the second one I did all 20. So that all 20 was just
13-year-old.
Yeah.
Like
that's crazy.
Like what? So we was just doing a lot of things, which gave me a foundation in the city.
All right, so you're doing Fresh Empire. What are the craziest moments you can remember from those times?
So I'm gonna say I got 3, because there was like 3 moments where I was like, and they weren't like the biggest. They were kind of like just ones that really impacted me. Like I was like, dang, this is like real life. This is really happening. The first time was my manager, also the head of Fresh Empire. Like he was like the guy for Columbus. E.G., my manager. It was his birthday. And so to get into the party, you had to do like this iPad. We didn't want like money from you or nothing. We wanted like your information so we could always reach out to you. Yeah, so give us your number, give us your email, why you tobacco free, blah, blah, blah. So this iPad meant a lot. Kids knew like, I already filled that out. I'm gonna fill it again. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
it's cute.
So we had a cake of the iPad, which sometimes like they either got good memories of the iPad, or you like, oh, the iPad, I'm trying to get in, the girls is going crazy.
Yeah, so you knew he's like...
we put the iPad on the Fresh Empire iPad as the cake.
Yeah.
And he's outside just like, you know, making sure everybody's coming in, getting pat down, doing the iPad stuff. And there's 500 kids in there. I'm like, y'all, it's EG's... Everybody, like, they knew us. They knew me and they knew him. Who was like Fresh Empire.
Yeah, big in the city. Like...
Yeah, so it was like, it's Eric's birthday today, y'all. I need to do me a big favor. Everybody get quiet. 500 kids. You know how hard it is to get 500 kids to be quiet?
I couldn't imagine.
It's hard, but it wasn't. I was like, y'all, we just gotta be quiet. Everybody was silent. They got love for Eric. Lit the candles. When he walks in, like literally walks in, it's dark, lights is down. He just walking in, he's like, it's quiet in there. Why ain't the music playing? What's going on? He's walking in to see what's going on. The candles is lit. Imagine the candles being right here. Somebody holding a cake. 500 kids, all black, pitch black, just candles. And you walk in and everybody's on unison. Happy birthday. 500 kids. He cries. tears. I've never seen him cry before, and I probably never see him cry again. But he was in tears, like because it was just so much love. Like imagine that. Yeah. The city got that much love for you for your birthday, and then the music plays, and we just go crazy, like just turn up for his birthday, like you know what I'm saying? It was wild, like it was like, and I'm like, dang, this is real life. This is bigger than parties. This is bigger than music. This is community. This is family. Yeah. This is like it's deep.
Yeah, that's one of the moments you'll probably never forget.
Never. I'll give y'all the clips. Y'all can put that in there just to see the quick little take. Y'all gotta really feel this, like feel what I'm talking about. And then the second one, I got booked to come host the Detroit show because the winner from the rap game, Jermaine Dupri's show, the rap game, she was there. They booked her. And they booked me. They wanted us to come kind of do like a collab thing. She's from Detroit. I'm from Columbus. Bring the Fresh Empire crews together. They got good dancers. We had good dancers. So there's like this little, friendly, a little rivalry, camaraderie. Because like there's Atlanta, Fresh Empire. There's Indiana, Chicago, Detroit, New York, Philly, West Coast, and Columbus was the number one market. So like, y'all ain't the number one market. We the number one market. We got the best dancers. So it's like this friendly rivalry going on. So they're like, we gonna see. So I'm like, me and EG like, let's rent out some trucks. And let's take the squad down there with us for your event. So I'm getting booked to performer and host or whatever. We about to bring the whole like our squad crew. Yeah, like this so is it's like 30 of us. I got like the Escalade. He got a Cadillac. We rented out. Or did he drive his Camaro? I don't know. I think he drove his Camaro. Kids is getting their cars, and we all, like 30 of us, caravan down to Detroit. We go to the show, and it erupts. Like, it's like they best dancers, our best dancers, they going at it. It's like this mosh pit feel, and the energy is crazy. And I'm thinking, like, we did that. Like, we brought this together, and we are going, I mean, 2 cities in one building just going nuts, the whole party. I'm like, wow, this is really what I want to do. How many people
were there? Probably packed. Huh?
I think we had like anywhere between 500 and 800 people just going off. And they know that like, and our kids was like kind of semi-famous because they the out-of-towner kids. And our kids was like raw. Like our kids, it was like, they could really just go. Yeah. So I'm like, we just took our whole energy to another city and shut it down to where they couldn't wait to have us come back. So that was crazy. I'm like, we just took the whole city with us to another city and went crazy. So I'm like, man, this is crazy.
That's dope that you could like bring your friends in, they'll travel with you. I think that was a big deal for them too. Like, I don't know, like as a kid, you're hopping in, Byrd the Voice's car, and you're driving down there. It's like
some kids was like telling me like they never had left the city.
I was just about to say that. Like it had to be.
Some kids never left the city, and we were so cool with everybody. Like we knew their parents, so like their parents like knew who they was coming with. They like we had like that type of relationship. And then the last one, I want to say my last one was like, dang, this is really, really crazy. Eric calls me, EG, my manager, head of Fresh Empire. He like, we doing your concert, bro. Like, it's time. Your album just dropped. Like, Almost Famous just dropped. He like, we doing your concert. I'm like, I was nervous. Like, dang, I don't know if I'm ready for that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because like, I did a couple songs, but it's like, dude, like, this is my city. Like, I already got this level of like respect in the city. Like, if this flop, like, it's like, what? Everything flop, but you're like, so we do it. He's like, I got Emmanuel Hudson to host. I'm like, yeah.
That's crazy.
Right. You ain't got me. He's like, I got Emmanuel Hudson to host. He's coming down. He already agreed to. I talked to him, blah, blah, blah. He's coming. He said he's going to do it for you. I'm like, bet. So he gets in there. Everybody's going crazy. Then he starts getting the crowd. I'm like, y'all, this y'all hometown dude, man. Like, make some noise. Byrd. They start chanting Byrd. But I'm like, I'm also talking to Eric. Like, all right, we about to do this. He's like, yeah, let's go. I'm hearing them scream Byrd. I'm like, what? All of them. I run in. We go nuts. They start screaming the words word for word to the point where I had to drop the mic. Like, they really screaming this shit. Like, they really know this. This is real. The cameras, the lights, like, it's like everybody to see us. You like, whoa, like, and they know it. And then I get to the Falcon Heights, and like, I sang the first half of that song. The second half, I was just taking it in. I was just like jumping around, like, they're really screaming, baby, she my, all the girls at the top of their lungs, baby, she my rider, baby, she, I'm like, what? I'm like, I really love y'all. Like, I really love y'all. This is my city. Like, and I realized that it can be done from the ground up. Because, like, this was all a culmination of 2 years of us just grassrooting, being in the city, doing events, to where they bought in. Yeah. And it was like, wow.
They trust you. They know you. They respect you. Was that like a major turning point to where you're like, okay, because I know Fresh Empire was like, okay, this could be a career. But seeing that performing and hearing people actually chant your song and sing with you and sing on their own, that must have been like, oh wow, like this is real. I can be a fucking star.
Yeah, that's exactly what it felt like. It felt like I was looking at Eric, because Eric always kind of like with the Fresh Empire, he like mastermind how we was gonna move. He had me do a lot of things I didn't want to do, because they were smart. And I'm like, nah, I ain't gonna do that. That ain't that. Nah. That ain't like, we should do it, bro. We gonna go. It's gonna. I'm like, so I trusted him. I had a certain level of trust for him, and to see stuff like that manifest, it was like, okay, it's bigger than just my opinion. I need a team, and this really can go. And then just the plot and then preparation. So now I'm just like, we already got a base in the city. I'm like, dude, the plot and preparation for the future is insane. But those 3 moments was just like, this ain't real life right now.
Yeah,
there's no
like,
way this is
crazy.
real right now. And it is, because everybody thinks you got to leave the city to be on, and you can't get love in your home city. And for me, it was the opposite. So it was like, my city's gonna put me on everybody else. Like,
yeah, you're gonna grow with what's around. You're gonna build the respect. You're gonna feel like almost a peer to these people, but they look up to you.
Yeah,
and that's more powerful than going to LA where it's super saturated and you don't know anybody and you don't have those roots.
Yeah,
you know, and then actually just being able to like be on a level where everyone can just like see you as a city's icon, to see you as that brand of the city.
And I think like what I'm seeing, like even in the city, we got some stars that's rising big time. Marketing is crazy. You gotta have something that people could buy into. And with Fresh Empire no longer there, I learned a lot from it. So the next marketing strategy that we come in with, like, it is gonna feel like 0 to 100, because I saved up. I've been saving for a year. It's gonna feel like 0 to 100. It's gonna be like, wait, how? You know what I'm saying? So I'm just excited about that. Like, that's kind of where we at in the direction we going now. But Fresh Empire was like the teacher.
So what happened with Fresh Empire? Did they lose funding from the government? Or?
Trump. Yeah, he pulled. I mean,
for real though,
he pulled funding from. It's called. We were. Dang, Eric gonna be like, you don't remember what it was called? Yeah, it's called health. It's like FDA something. So it's like FDA and like that like, because tobacco's like a health type thing.
Right, yeah, it's like awareness.
Yeah,
like,
so like they had a program for inner city youth, and he cut that budget in half. So it's like,
does Fresh Empire still exist in big cities? Or?
In Atlanta, right?
Fresh Empire, all the grassroots markets that we had have been cut. All Fresh Empire is now is digital media.
Oh,
so just commercials but that's not real for the kids. It's not real for the kids. They don't feel that. They don't see that.
Part of something. Yeah. And like people like Trump or the administration won't see that because they've never been a part of that.
And today, like they not even the administration, but just even to the people that made the final decision.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
They had no way to put numbers on it. So like they didn't know if it was effective or not. They had no, but like the kids' lives that we was in and changing, like we saw the impact it was having. But you can never put people's lives and the value that it's having on them. You can't put it into a chart and make it numbers.
Right, and that's all that's ultimately all they care about.
They wanted us to be able to present like reasons why it's working and this and the third. I'm like, dude, you gotta just see the kids that's out here coming out and changing their lives.
On a weekend, they're coming out where they could go be drinking, smoking, whatever.
Yeah, they with us.
And they're there where it's a smoke-free environment, a good, fun time without any of that blase shit, and it's just like it's a good idea because you can't. How can you tell people to stop smoking? Right. How can you tell people not to do something?
And it was crazy. They pulled every market. Every market's done. Like we was one of the first ones to be pulled. We knew was number one.
Crazy.
But like even Atlanta, all the Fresh Empire markets that was doing what we were doing, they're gone.
That's so sad.
They're gone. Yeah. So like all those kids that lives was being changed, like
because that was a big part of some people's lives. I'm sure of it, right? Like,
and like it even kills me because like I used to see my kids like 4 times a month. Since this, like, you gotta, like, my family and things like that, like, now I gotta, like, figure out, like, how I'm gonna elevate my career and take care of my family. So, like, all that other stuff gets put on the back burner. So I don't get to, like, all these kids that, like, I was really, like, tight with, I don't even get to see them like I want to. Like, I miss, like, you wouldn't believe.
That connection's just.
It's gone. Like, it's not gone, but it's like, until I free myself again, it's like, dang, like, all these kids that I, like, had real bonds with, I don't get to see them. Like, it's like, I got too much to do now. Like I'm rebuilding, and I got to take care of my family. So it was like the little time that I get, I still have other family. Like seeing these kids is like, I didn't realize how much I valued their energy and what they brought to my life until it was gone. And it's been like almost a year now, and it's like it'll be a year in June. No, it's been a year. It's been a year.
So how do you manage your family? Like, say you want to write this song, but your kid needs to be in this certain place, or like how do you do all of that?
Well, one thing that Fresh Empire did afford me and my wife is an unorthodox lifestyle where we have a lot of freedom and time to move around.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like my son, especially with Corona, he's not in daycare. But he used to be in daycare, but we took him out, and like we don't have to put him back. We got a freedom that we don't have to do certain things. I feel like we just all so cohesive, like my family unit, like me, Jazz, and Dan. I will literally write a song and he'll just be sitting on my lap, just bobbing his head to the music. Like they don't really interfere. They're kind of like, we like a team. Like we're all like a team in the sense of how we move towards things. Like literally, I write a song and I need Jasmine because I need you to be like, that's heat or trash, or like make the melody like this or do that. So it's like they don't really impede on like what I'm trying to do. They actually enhance it. You know what I'm saying? Because they part of my family, part of my brand.
Right, and I think people sometimes think that it has to be separate, but the best is when it's together, when it works well.
Because they're literally who I am.
Yeah.
Like they make me the person that I am. So it's like I don't try to separate music and family. Like I don't try to separate anything. It's like I am the artist and this is who I am. Like like my brand is who I am. Like the person that I am every day, that is Byrd the Voice. It's not like I'm Byrd the Voice on the camera and then off the camera
yeah, you have like a different persona. Yeah.
I think personas are too much work.
Right, why don't you just be yourself?
Because
people
like,
respect it more.
Because then you gotta turn it on. That's why you get exhausted. Turn it on, turn it off. Like that's just like nah. This is who I am.
Then you realize. Then you get to a point where you're like, oh, damn, I've been pretending who I am, and now what if they don't like who I really am? You know, because at one point you have to give it up.
Yep.
You know.
Yep.
And being authentic is a way of. Shit, I'm always Byrd the Voice.
Period.
Like, you
that's
catch me
who
on
I am.
any day.
Period. That's who I am. Like. Byrd the Voice is Darius, but even my friend, everybody call me Byrd. Like it's just that's who I've been all my life. So like, I would never want something that I have to alter something else for this to work. It's like if you fit in or you don't.
Yeah.
You fit in the picture or you don't. And like my son and wife are an option. They in the picture. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's my music's about that. It's just about it all encompasses everything. So like I need my son. I need to be able to. I value his time. I value being around him. One thing I won't trade is I won't trade time with my son to make music. So either he can be with me on making music or I don't even making music.
Yeah.
Type stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not really a balance for me. It's just everything's together. It's kind of like everything on the table.
Yeah.
Type stuff. So
that's awesome. And you met your wife at BG, right?
Mm-hmm. Met her in college freshman year.
Oh, freshman year too?
Yep.
Dang.
Yep. I didn't start dating her then, but I dated her sophomore year. I met her freshman year. We was like tight. We was like my wife 5'9". I'm a short guy. So she taller than me, and then she put on heels. She's 6'1". So like immediately you seen her. I met her. I saw her.
Like, she's not making it.
She's too tall.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm too short. I'm not even about to take my shot because like I probably ain't got a shot.
Yeah.
But then we became cool, like tight friends, and like we just kicked it, and it was never nothing besides just the friendship because we just automatically put each other in that category. So we was cool, and then next thing you know, we together. I was like, whoa, look, this could be something. Like you is cute, you fine.
Yeah.
You know? So if there's something here, we need to explore that.
Yeah,
you know?
That's awesome.
So
super dope.
Yeah, I mean that's awesome to even travel through college and then to now where you're at. And I think what's cool is that she was probably on board with the music throughout the whole thing, you know?
I remember laying, and this is when we just started dating, and I would freestyle it to her at night. And I remember this is before we started dating, I dropped my first mixtape, The Takeoff, and she was my friend, but she played it like all the time. Like I would walk into her dorm and my music would be playing. You didn't know I was coming over. You just was playing it on your own. Yeah. And I remember like freestyling to her when we was dating, and she was like, "You gonna make it? Like you're gonna like you're really good. Like you're gonna make it." Like she'd be like, "Darius, you're really gonna make it." I'm like to have a woman believe in you like that, like not even your girl, you're like literally when I was saving that $5,000 doing the personal, she was all in. Like it was like we putting this money up for your dream because you're gonna set us, like, to have somebody believe in you as a friend and as your wife. Like, I'm saving up 30 racks. Like, you know how hard it would be for most men to convince their wife to be like, we saving up 30,000, so all the spending got to be cut down.
Yeah, I'd be like, hell no.
Hell no. Like, the belief and the faith is like,
definitely. Well, one thing I try to like tell people a lot is you gotta remember, write down, or mentally write down at least who actually believes in you without the smoke and mirrors. So it's easy for everybody to believe in somebody with the smoke and mirrors. Like, you on stage, you opening up for so-and-so, you got the right clothes on. But when it's just you in a dingy, dirty t-shirt,
one pair of forces,
and you spitting that verse, and somebody be like, that's hot. Like, that's you can be on the same level as those big people. You got to keep those, like, you got to keep those people.
And put your money where your mouth is, too, because, like, my last year in school, she had graduated and was working at Toledo Public Schools, and she was teaching. And we would literally, like, she'd be like, babe, we got to save for your shit to pop, because you going to pop. You going to set us free. She would literally cut that check in half and put it in the savings and be like, we saving this for what you about to do. And, like, I'd be like, yeah, we got to save. But then she'd be like, no, we're going to save. And, like, at this time, I'm in school. So my net income is zero. This is class.
Yeah.
She got all the money. We're married at this point.
If anything, you're paying money to go
yeah. And she's the one making the money for the family at the time. And was stacking like, you about to fucking blow. So we're saving. Like it's kind of like, it's like, damn. Like, to have somebody in your corner like that, like people talk and then they see it is one thing, but like, to have somebody be down in the mud with you when we ain't have nothing. That's why I'm like, bro, whatever I get, now that we started being up, like, my wife, she have everything done, all this, whatever she want, because she, like, when we had, like, it was literally, we were literally saving food money. Like, we were eating less to save, to do it, and, like, it's starting to pay off. It paid off for a long period of time to where we at this level, now we get to that level, but it paid off. But it's like, to have somebody at that ground floor, just, when you have peanuts, if you had a peanut, and that's what you guys are about for the week, you cut it in half and say, we saving for your drink, like, that's beyond me, but that can get me right now, bro.
Yeah. So do you think that you'd be in the same spot right now if it wasn't for her belief in you then?
Absolutely not. If I was with any other woman, if I was solo, first off, if I was with any other woman, just no, because they didn't have to have a faith. Jasmine loves me unconditionally and puts that energy into me. 2, by myself,
it would have took longer.
It would have took way longer, and like, it's a certain type of courage that you get when somebody else believes in you. Yeah. Like, people always say, pull up from the bootstraps. Yeah, that's good and dandy. But, like, I believed in myself, but, like, you still also don't know if you're delusional. You know what I'm saying? To have that second push of encouragement from her made me fearless. If my wife believed in me and got me, fuck everybody else. It's war. I got it. You know what I'm saying? She gave me that. Do it. Yeah. She gave me that energy and that, like, I'm fearless now. And it's because of her. If I wasn't with her, I probably would. I'd be confident. I wouldn't be fearless.
That's amazing.
Yep.
That's dope.
That's what it is.
Yeah, and you need that. You need that, like, that backup. Because, I mean, even on the days that I'm sure you have, like, everybody else, those rough days where you're like, I don't know if I can do it anymore. It's just not working right now.
Had them.
But for her to come in and just have your back and, like, tomorrow's a new day. Let's get in there. Let's tackle it. You know, let's go. Come on.
She would be. I done had, like, 3 of those days. Like, in my career, like, I ain't gonna do it. It's over. It's over with. Like, I had one during this year. Like, I'm like, bro, everything's slowing down. Everything stopped. The corona. Like, we're not gonna make it. It's over with. Like, I don't know. She's like, nigga, are you crazy? Like, you have a gift from God, and we will make it. Like, we'll say, and like, now, when I look at what's going on, I'm like, we're almost there. And then the coast, like, it's like, you were right. But I don't know. I said it in Falcon Heights. I almost quit, like, multiple times. And, like, if it wasn't for her to pick me up, I'd be done. I'd probably be working at a job somewhere doing some crazy.
Yeah, just doing some, like, average.
Like, literally, I'm like, nah, I'm done. It's over with. Like, I can't. Like, I'm just going to provide for y'all. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. She's like, dude, the life that you provide for us, regular, it'll be cool. We'll be happy and all that. Because we're happy. Me and Jasmine, our family, we happy broke, period. Like, we're happy. But she's like, you have the power and you can literally take us to the next level. And I believe in you and I'm putting everything. She all in. Like, the chips is all in. And to have that when you down, like, I mean, bro, like, when I say down, I mean, like, in tears in a room. Like, how do I get out of this? Like, I feel like there's a ceiling for people that are regular and just break it up. Like, how do people make it? It's really somebody doing this. You know what I'm saying? On the foot. Yeah, and that's what she been.
Yeah, I'm getting inspired just like,
and she a dog, bro. Like, she is a dog. Like,
that's awesome.
So, I mean, we do that for each other. I think that's the key. Like, I think that when she's down, like, cause my wife is, I don't know if y'all seen her. I know you seen her. My wife is gorgeous. Like, my wife is like top. Like, you know them dudes that like have a good looking girl or whatever, and they get famous and they get that bad.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, I'm sorry, baby, and they'll upgrade to that bad. Yeah. Like, I got that bad, bro. She like that caliber girl. So it's like, she wants to be a model. I'm like, bro, you got it. Like, so we saving for her dream like too. So it's a dream. So like, when we get to 30 racks, they offer it's for us because we got something, and she's got something that's crazy that I won't let her give up on. But it's a hard fight, and I think that teamwork is literally like, you ever see Emperor's New Groove?
Oh yeah, great classic.
This is our relationship when it comes to chasing this dream shit. It's when they at the waterfall and they catch each other and they got back to back and they walk up like that.
Yeah.
That's literally our relationship. That's it.
Because you go down, you're going down together.
Yep. And if when one person down, they're going to stretch out. Oh, hey, hold up, bro. We gotta get up this thing. Yeah. So that's where we at. That's where we are. And that's why she's also my best friend. Like my ace. Like my like you put me on an island with Jasmine, we good.
So overall, the best way that you balance your family is by making a team. When you was saving up, it was a team effort. When you did the Fresh Empire, she worked at Fresh Empire too.
Yep.
And even you see yourself as a main superstar, you would give her a position, like a whatever staff member.
Yeah, and even then, like, Jasmine is a superstar, bro. Like, I know that the no one light's gonna outshine the other. Like, when she gets the following that we're saving for, she gonna be bigger than me. Because that girl fan base is different, but that's pretty much essentially we always together. Because she thinks that I'm bigger than her, but I don't believe that. Like women follow fan base, she's gonna be huge. Like, so
women fan base is crazy.
That's crazy, and she's gonna be crazy. She's a great woman too, as a leader, as a mom, as a wife, as a friend. She got so much insight to give people. It's gonna be crazy. But that's how we be a team. Our dreams combine.
So when your son came into the picture, how did that influence your work?
That dynamic, that was scary. He was the joy of both of us. But you know, daddies and mommies is different. So like, a mom got it harder than a dad. A dad chill. A dad just play around. I will feed my son fruit snacks all day. Like, she got 12 square. So that put a little bit more stress on her. So I had to pick that up a little bit, pick up some slack. But like that, we had to get into a rhythm of being parents.
Yeah.
And it was more so when he was a baby, it wasn't that hard. It was kind of like, just, baby, you don't do too much. But then he started moving and being active. He started getting energy draining. But then I realized that this little nigga start too. Like, he's animated just like us. He's real animated. And so like, we like, and he cute beyond cute. Like, he's going to work. Like, he about to be a YouTube star. He going to be a model because her agency wanted him, but he had it before. Okay. So he's going to be in that world too. He's part of our YouTube. Like, he's our brand. He's part of our brand. Like, he's like, his joy being like, I order Amazon packages. I can order like a $10 thing off Amazon just to get his reaction. This little dude, bonkers. Dad, is it a package for me? Oh, is it Spider-Man? Like, he goes crazy, and it's like capture that on, like, just to capture it. Like, at first I wasn't capturing it. I was just watching it. I would like literally order stuff to the crib just to watch him go nuts. And awesome. He's just another piece of joy in our life. He's just more joy, and he's also an entertainer. So he's joy, and now he's brand. Like, he's just like, he fits. He just
Wait till he gets a hold of the mic, then he's just going.
It's over with. This kid, man, he's pure energy. So he fits, bro. I didn't realize that our family life like was so entertaining to people. Till like people start telling us, I'm like, okay, then bet y'all like that, because I mean this is what we do at our house. So they're like, you need to start recording. Like, it started with the grandparents and the friends, and they'd be like, send me a video of Danny. Like, I'm like, yo, okay, man. Then I put a video of him on Facebook, and it was like, oh dang, it went like kind of crazy. I'm like, y'all like that? Like, okay. I thought I just liked it because he's my son, and I'm just happy to see him be happy.
Yeah, definitely.
But then to see other people like care about, I'm like, oh well.
To make some people happy.
Yep. Added to he fits us. He's literally both of us, and we both entertainers. And he's a little entertainer.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So how important is it for you to pursue your dreams and to show him that you can achieve these things? Like, is that passion, like seeing him see you grow into something big, super important to you?
Yeah, in a short answer, yes. In the long answer, absolutely. Because it's not even just my son, it's my family members and my siblings. And like and I always laugh at this. How we're raised as kids, all of us. You can be anything you want. 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 High school, be realistic. What?
Right.
How does it go from be anything you want to be realistic? So anything you want, I thought anything you want is realistic. So then it's like, but then you don't have people that are like, you don't have somebody in the family that just did everything and just blew up and went crazy.
Yeah.
And so it's a dream killer. The world makes you quit on your dreams. And for my son, I want him to see, even at any level of success, like dad does what he wants for a living. And even if it's not even the level of A-list celebrity type of success that I'm aiming for, I want him to be able to see that every day I'm happy and every day I do what I love. Whether that be my little brother, man. Literally, I told my mom, like, this kid's going to make money off of Fortnite. He just won the tournament and made $250. He was top 14. He's 13-year-old kids made $250 on Fortnite.
That's
so
huge,
it's just like,
man.
And I saw a quote literally a couple of days ago, either, you come from a wealthy family, or a wealthy family comes from you.
Yeah.
So I ain't the first. So it got to be the latter. And I think that success is like, and this level of success that I'm going after is like walking to California. I always tell people it's like walking to California. If I walk west, I know it's long to get to California, but if I walk and I keep walking, I'll get there. Now, some people take a plane, take a train, take a car, take a whatever, and hopefully I can catch a ride on a fucking jet and get there faster. But if not, I'm gonna keep walking. I'm gonna get there. And him to see the consistency and the never quit. That's what I want my son to see. I want to see, like, my daddy and my mom, they never quit. So it ain't in my blood. I'm gonna keep going. Cause who's to say? I don't believe in failure, but like, I'll never see failure because I'm gonna go till I die. So either I'm gonna die and never know what happened, or I'm gonna get there in my lifetime. And I want him to have that same kill and that same hunger. Like, so that's why I think that I'm never gonna quit. I'm never gonna stop. Y'all see me 60 years old.
Still going on tour.
Period.
That's what it's about. It's about teaching and showing someone that you can work for anything you want. Mm-hmm. You know, I think that's where we lose it in high school, is where people like be realistic, because people, especially to high schools, like we went to all average high schools, you know, just like not the best high schools, you know? Mm-hmm. And a lot of people there just see the mundane, the normal kids. Like, kids are gonna go, they're gonna graduate high school or not even graduate, and they're gonna go get like a labor job around there, and they won't leave the city. Yep. You know, they see it all the time. So the teachers and the people in the area, they don't see the hard work and success that can come out of it. Mm-hmm. So then it spirals down the ladder, and and the kids feel like they can't do anything. Mm-hmm. Like, well, my dad was a construction worker. I mean, I'll be one too. Yep. You know, but showing your kid, it starts with the parents, showing your kid that you can achieve anything that you want to achieve, no matter what the naysayers say, is what it's all about. Because then his kid, your grandkid's going to be taught the same way. Period. And it'll generations the direction. Yeah, and it'll compound and success.
You don't know where you're going to be at 4 generations down the road. And I think one of my biggest accomplishments that I think I want him to see at a young age is, like, it wasn't a huge level of success, but for everybody to know me, even outside of music, God, and in family. So, like, my first and biggest priority was, like, just being able to spend all the time I can with my family. Like, not going to a job for 40 hours. Like, that was the first piece of success that I tasted, like, of just being... I was always with my family. They was always with me. We was always kicking it. Like, we was always together. Like, even now. Like, we're always... like, that's I don't want to lose that. Yeah. So now to build off of that, like, that was one thing that's, like, you know, the mundane loop. You don't even spend the time with people you love. Like, it's too much. So I think that even plays a role in, like, just going... even doing that to have time to be able to build into your kids so they can have those goals. Like, this is what you need to do. This is how you do it. I'm with you every day. Go do it. Like, the freedom to have that. My grandfather was the only person I ever seen do that. Start his own business and be able to, like, be there whenever I needed him because he could just do whatever he wanted. Yeah, because he owned the business. Yeah. And doing what he loved came out of that. Maybe selling insurance might not have been what he loved, but the lifestyle and the freedom it afforded him is. So
yeah.
I think that's key, bro. But like going after it, getting after it, and never quitting, because you never know. Like they talk about the seed that grows, and then like it's all the way down. Like this is the level. The seed grows down here, and then it gets here. This could be like 10 years, and then you get right here, and you're like, dang, nothing came out of this.
Yeah.
And then you stop watering it. It's like, dang, it was right there.
Yeah.
Bro, I could. That's where we at with it.
You're right. You're absolutely right. Yeah, I don't know if you ever seen that picture of when the guy's digging for diamonds.
Yes.
Yeah, and he's just so close, and he's been digging for forever, and he's right there, just a few more hits, and he would have found it.
He walks away.
Yeah, and he walks away.
Oh, that's not gonna be us. I'm gonna see that. Either I'm gonna see that or I'm gonna see Jesus. One of the two.
Damn right. I'm
Like-
with you on that one.
Like, period.
I can't live just a normal just life.
No.
I don't think any of us can.
No,
Gotta
you gotta
turn
keep
on.
going.
Yeah,
It's
gotta keep
consistency.
Yeah, and I just want like us to be a representation to people that are young that think like, oh, I don't know if it's realistic, but it is if you put your heart to it. It is if you work hard, and it is gonna be hard. But if you put in the work, no matter what, results will happen.
Period. People can't. I think the biggest thing is like, it's two analogies. One, people can't handle failure in the sense of like L after L after L after L. It's like it ain't working. I'm just in a rut. I'm running on a hamster wheel. But literally, what if you? It's like L after L after L. Are you learning from each of those lessons? Why it's not changing? Like doing the same thing, expecting different results is insanity. So like when I do something that's not yielding the results I want, I'm looking at everything. I look at what's good and what didn't come out of that. What I need to change, and I think that a lot of people get discouraged with L's instead of looking at what went wrong. Like when me and Will did that one campaign, everything didn't go. We did a concert and we did my campaign. Everything didn't go according to plan.
Right.
A lot of things went good. A lot of good things came out of it. A lot of things we could have did better, but we identified those things we could have did better. So the next time I do it, I'm gonna do those better. And if there's something else that needs to be done better, I'll do it the third time. And versus like people be like, I invested all this money and it didn't work out how I wanted to. I'm not doing that no more. I lost. That's dumb.
Right, but it could be a learning.
Period. And it's like fighting too. Even like fighting. Like when a lot of kids like are scared to fight because they scared to get hit. And once you get past that, you can learn how to dip, dodge, block, fight back, defend yourself. Like I remember kids being scared to fight because they didn't want to get hit. And those L's of getting hit, you learn to be fearless. You learn to not be scared of the punches no more. Those type of things. So it's just like taking those L's, taking those lumps, it molds you into being what you need to be to succeed and be like successful.
100%.
Period.
I couldn't agree with you more. Period.
That's where we at.
Yeah, that's a perfect place to end this podcast. That was amazing, dude.
Yeah.
that's fine.
Yeah, I appreciate you being on the show.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, it was great. So you got a new YouTube series you're working on right now?
So the Bird's Nest. I changed the Byrd the Voice channel to the Bird's Nest because I'm doing everything one. You can find it at the Bird's Nest on YouTube. If you look up Nothing Personal though, you'll be able to find it because like you switch the names, it takes a minute to catch up. So that no series have dropped yet. So I didn't want to put pressure on myself. I wanted to.
I hinted at it.
Huh? Yeah.
My bad.
No. Because not even that. I was just saying in the
okay.
sense of I'm dropping it, but we wanted to we're dropping every week. So we wanted to compile 8 videos first.
Right.
8 videos already done so that like we can drop them every week. And then if like we're making new ones, but if we don't have time to make another one, we still got compiles we just go to.
Yeah.
So we got 8. We're setting up 8 runs. We're on episode 6. And that'll be dropping soon. Falcon Heights, the love story, will be dropping. I don't know when. You can follow me at Byrd the Voice and follow my wife at j.bird and you'll find out.
Yeah, you'll find out. Just keep tabs, and I can't wait for this plan that I've been hearing about,
dude.
And this comeback. It's gonna be
dope.
It's
gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. Like it's gonna be like 0 to 100. 0 to 100.
Awesome. Awesome. Anything else you want to add, Will?
No, I think we covered that. We covered everything. Definitely.
Yeah. It was great to hear your story. It was great to hear about how your family works as a team. It's just so amazing because you don't see that very often. You know?
That's crazy. Ain't that crazy? A crazy statement?
Yeah.
That's crazy. You don't say that often. That should be the norm.
That should be the norm.
Yeah.
That should be it. But all right, everybody. Thank you for listening and watching. It's your boy Chef T.
I'm Will the Spacekid.
I'm Byrd the Voice. In case you ain't heard the voice.
Yes, sir.
For sure.
So keep it real. See you next week. Thank you all for listening and joining us on another episode of the Stirfry. All the music was created by Steve Ozell, so check him out on all streaming services at Stevo Music, spelled ST3V30 Music. Also, if you enjoyed this podcast, please subscribe and leave a review. We'd greatly appreciate it. And see you next Tuesday when we talk with Twanzo. He is an entertainer / personality and is a creator and host of 216 in Park, a hybrid between 106 in Park and Wild 'N Out. Really dope show. He talks about how consistency and hustle has made his dreams come into a reality. It was just really great talking with him. You won't want to miss it, so see you next week, y'all.